99X, Barnes and Leslie, the celebration will begin tomorrow. Will you be there?
Yeah, it's our 2-year anniversary. This is really cool. The 99X Brutacular is Saturday, starting at noon and going into the wee hours of the night. Our 2-year anniversary with our friends at Mutation Brewing. You know where that is. Roswell Road, just north of 285. A lot of great music. Our friend David Lowery from Cracker is back. Live performances from Lowery. Also, Foozer, the Foo Fighters Weezer tribute band, food, games, even a silent auction. And of course, brought to you by Virtual Imaging. You can find out more at 99x.com or mutationbrew.com.
Super Bowl 59, of course, is this Sunday. I said to Heather last night, I go, you want to watch the game? She goes, what game? I was like, well, the Super Bowl. She goes, oh, is that Monday night? No, it's Sunday.
I had some friends say, hey, can we come over and watch the Super Bowl with you guys? And I'm like, you guys do not understand. Lanny and I will have it on in the background, but yeah, come on over.
Like the background, like down the street background. So there are some interesting trends emerging, and The Economist did a poll. The Chiefs are favored, to win. I say, the Chiefs are favored to win.
I didn't know they were favored to win.
By 1.5 points. Well, this will be their historic third in a row if they can pull it off. And this Economist poll found that fewer Americans are cheering for the Chiefs to win their third consecutive. Instead, more support seems to be headed towards the Eagles. Half of Americans plan to watch the Super Bowl. We know that you're not in that. The Chiefs are losing some of their previous fan base. Residents of the Northeast are leaning towards watching the game. The ones that are down with the Eagles. I used to live in Kansas City, and they are nutcases about football. And I was sucked into it for like a year, maybe 2 years. And then I was like, okay, whatever. Overall, more Americans are now backing the Eagles over the Chiefs, 29% versus 22%. 49% of Americans could care less who wins the Super Bowl.
Now, do you think it's because they're more rooting for an underdog, or they're so over the hype of the Chiefs?
I think all of that. I think your girl Taylor Swift probably has a little something to do with, eroding a little bit of the fan base.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of things. Atlanta has hosted the Super Bowl a lot of times. And a lot of people may wonder, why do certain cities, get it over other cities? There are some really strange requirements that were brought up in a video that has gone viral on TikTok about some of these requirements. These are pretty strange. Listen to these.
The NFL requires access to 2 top-tier bowling alleys. No clue why. Maybe Roger Goodell is a bowling enthusiast, but who knows. The league also requires access to 3 top-tier golf courses at no cost. Plus, the city must be able to provide free apartment housing to NFL staff for over a month before the actual game. 35,000 free parking spaces at the stadium. And 20 free billboards for promotional use around the city. Not to mention, the team hotels must agree to televise the NFL Network for a year leading up to the Super Bowl.
So one of those facts was wrong. The apartment needs to be available for a year prior to the Super Bowl. So I found...
For free, right?
For free. I found the contract. It's 153 pages long if you want to host it. And now that we know, Atlanta's been giving this up because we've had it several times, and I think it's coming again soon.
And I've always heard, you have to have the right amount of, hotel space. But it sounds like it's way more than that.
Some of that is there. Seating has to be at least 70,000. And there are some cities that will never get this, some NFL stadiums. It has to be where the average temperature over a 10-year period is 50 degrees or warmer. But you can get a waiver if you have a domed stadium. But the amount of money that this goes into the economy, like it brings into an economy, is worth some of those cities approving domes.
They're trying to build, they are building a new stadium in Tennessee. Everybody wants the Super Bowl.
Will that be a dome or a closed? So it would have to be, because you guys are cold at that time.
Yeah, it would have to be.
So they require a minimum number of hotel rooms within a 1-hour driving radius to the stadium equal to 35% of the listed capacity.
Wow.
But that's not the ridiculous part. Selected team hotels must be able to provide NFL Network for the year, like you heard that girl say. They also have the option, quote, to install ATMs that accept NFL preferred credit debit cards in exchange for cash, and to cover up all other ATMs.
Wow.
You think that, that's like the most insane writer, and we have 152 more pages to go. Strap yourselves
This is
in.
crazy.
If you want to get the Super Bowl. So you have to have 3 top quality 18-hole golf courses and 2 top quality bowling lanes at no cost to the league. Now, what are the 2? There's that one Midtown Bowl. I don't know if I would call that like the way they're, quote, top quality. I don't know what top quality bowling is.
Yeah, what are the requirements?
Because you got East Lake for a golf course right there. I don't know what other great ones.
You have Midtown Bowl.
Yeah, I don't know what.
The Painted Pin.
Painted Pin, maybe. Maybe those are the 2. They won't pay. The NFL won't pay to have grass installed or removed unless it decides to sell portions of the field as memorabilia. They require a natural grass field, and you have to resod it before the game. So if you have turf, you have to put that in. But they have the right to take the turf and sell it as memorabilia after the game.
Do we know where next year's bowl will be held?
Well, this year it's at the Superdome in New Orleans.
Right.
And then next year it's San Francisco 49ers at Levi Stadium.
Okay.
And then back to Los Angeles in 2027. And then back here, I see here, in 2028.
Oh.
I don't know how San Francisco meets those temperatures. Is that an indoor stadium?
Barnes, rent your house out. You can come stay with me.
Yeah, that's just crazy how many things I had no idea there was that much going on and how greedy the NFL is.
I also saw how expensive the suites are. I mean, those suites are up to like almost $2 to $3 million.
Yeah, when you see Taylor Swift sitting in there smiling, it's not because she's happy, because she probably paid a whole lot. They go to her like, hey, will you get the suite for us?
I saw something where the suite where she's staying is over $3 million.
That's for 3 hours.
I know.
It's not that fun to go to the Super Bowl. I've been once. I went when the Falcons went. You went to a Super Bowl? What? Who wasted a ticket on you?
Yeah, they did waste a ticket because I don't even remember who played. It was in New Orleans.
Right. You don't even know what happened. I went and I sat in the very last row in the Miami Stadium was when the Falcons went, and it was awful.
You kind of go for the hoopla.
Yeah, Denver just shellacked us. Anyway, there's some fun behind the scenes that you maybe didn't know about the Super Bowl. Super Bowl 59 this Sunday.